Hello, Swatantra TV viewers. I am Mahima, welcoming you to our English bulletin with latest news, updates, and analysis. Congress leader Rahul Gandhi said on Monday that an India bloc government will end the 50% cap on reservation while asserting that the alliance will protect the constitution. Addressing an election rally in Uttar Pradesh's Bansgaon with Samajwadi Party chief Akhilesh Yadav, Gandhi said that there is India bloc and the constitution on one side and those who want to finish the constitution on the other. The India bloc will protect the constitution with heart, life and blood, he said, and added that the alliance will end the 50% cap on reservation while also increasing it. On Agnipath, Gandhi said the India bloc, once it assumes power, will tear apart the scheme and throw it in the dustbin. The government rolled out the Agnipath recruitment scheme in June 2022 for short-term induction of personnel with an aim to bring down the age profile of the three armed services. It provides for recruiting youngsters between the age bracket of 17.5 years and 21 for 4 years with the provision to retain 25% of them for 15 more years. Gandhi also mocked Prime Minister Narendra Modi over his sent by God comment and said God sent Modi to help Adani and not the poor. He asserted that the India bloc will jumpstart the country's economy once it assumes power at the center.
ये जो दोनों समाजवादी पार्टी और कांग्रेस पार्टी है, जो हाथ का निशान है और जो साइकिल का चिन्ह है, ये दोनों एक साथ मिल गए हैं। साइकिल को हाथ के पंजे ने पकड़ लिया है। जीत निश्चित है। यहां पे मैं बता रहा हूं, लिख लो, यहां पे क्लीन स्वीप होने जा रही है इंडिया गठबंधन की। लाइन लगने वाली है सीटों की, टकाटक 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 टकाटक। और उसके बाद गुड बाय बीजेपी, गुड बाय नरेंद्र मोदी, टाटा।
The Pune police have said there is prima facie truth in a complaint filed against Rahul Gandhi by V.D. Savarkar's grandnephew who had accused the Congress leader of defaming the Hindutva ideologue in a speech made in London in 2023. The police stated this in an inquiry report submitted on Monday in the court of Judicial Magistrate Akshi Jain, said Advocate Sangram Kolhatkar, who represents Satyaki Ashok Savarkar, the complainant. Kolhatkar said the court may issue a notice to Rahul Gandhi seeking his appearance. Satyaki Savarkar had said his lawyers moved the city court with a complaint under Indian Penal Code sections 499 and 500 in April last year. The court had asked the Vishrambagh police to verify the proof submitted by Satyaki Savarkar and submit a report by 27th May. As per the complaint, Rahul Gandhi claimed in his speech that V.D. Savarkar had written in a book that he and 5 to 6 of his friends once beat up a Muslim man and Savarkar felt happy. Satyaki Savarkar said no such incident ever took place and V.D. Savarkar never wrote any such thing anywhere, the complaint stated, terming Rahul Gandhi's allegation as fictitious, false and malicious. Congress President Mallikarjun Kharge dismissed the BJP's 400-par claim as nonsense and said the party will not cross 200 seats in the Lok Sabha polls. Addressing the media in Amritsar, Kharge said the BJP seats were declining as compared to the last elections while the Congress and the India bloc were making gains. Kharge said the BJP was non-existent in Tamil Nadu, Kerala and Telangana and not strong in Karnataka. The Saffron Party is weak in Maharashtra, while in West Bengal and Odisha, there is a fight. How are you getting 400 seats? He asked. Replying to Union Home Minister Amit Shah's jibe that Kharge will lose his job after Congress's defeat in the elections, Kharge said he joined politics not for doing a job. He said that he has been in politics to serve people since childhood, almost for as many years now as PM Narendra Modi's age. Modi should think about his own job after 4th June, Khadge added. The Congress chief also reiterated the party's poll promises for the Lok Sabha on farm debt waiver and the legal guarantee on minimum support price of crops, even as he attacked the BJP-led central government over the unemployment issue and the Agnipat scheme.
वही मैं बताना चाहता था। देखिए मेरे पास तो लिस्ट है, यानी मोदी जी बोलते कैसे हैं और चलते कैसे हैं। और उन्होंने, मैं पिछले का नहीं बोलने जाता हूँ, रिपीट होके आपको भी बोर हो जाएगा। 15 लाख का भी बोले, 2 करोड़ का भी बोले, डबल इनकम बोले, फलाना बोले, ये सब उनके जो सत्यवाणी है वो तो है, निकली, लेकिन वो सब झूठ बन गया। अभी भी जब आपके बात पर मैं सहमत हूं, देखिए आईएएस ऑफिसर 27 तारीख आज कल, तो 27/5/2024 कोड ऑफ कंडक्ट है। 26 ऑफिसर्स को उन्होंने ये अपना ट्रांसफर किया और वो जहाँ पोस्ट है उन पोस्टों के लिए उन्होंने मेंशन किया कि ये इक्विवेलेंट पोस्ट कहाँ है, यूपी में किधर उधर इधर, जहाँ उनको द डिपार्टमेंट्स ऑफ द कमिटी ऑफ द कैबिनेट हैज अप्रूव्ड द एम्पैनलमेंट ऑफ द आईएएस ऑफिसर्स फॉर होल्ड। तो कोई फेवर नहीं करना, ये इलेक्शन के वक्त कोड ऑफ कंडक्ट रहता, तो इसीलिए तो कर्नाटक के बहुत से इंजीनियर्स लोगों का पोस्टिंग और प्रमोशन रुका है। और ये हमारी सरकार यहाँ की कानून से चलने वाली, संविधान के तहत चलने वाली और सीईसी यानी इलेक्शन कमीशन के डायरेक्शन पर चलने वाली ये काम की है। नहीं सुनो, और एक उन्होंने ये भी ऑर्डर निकाला, वो भी अपॉइंटमेंट्स कमेटी का, कैबिनेट का, वो 5 लोगों का है, ये भी कल ऑर्डर निकला गया। और तीसरा जो सेक्रेटरी डिपार्टमेंट डिफेंस रिसर्च, इसका भी एक्सटेंशन हुआ।
बदलेगा हालात।
An unidentified person on Tuesday made a call stating that a bomb will explode at Praja Bhavan, the official residence of Telangana Deputy Chief Minister Mallu Bhatti Vikramarka in Hyderabad, prompting the police to carry out searches. The officials said that an unidentified person called up the police control room and warned that a bomb would explode at Praja Bhavan in Hyderabad city. Police immediately swung into action and searched the premises with the help of the bomb disposal squad. Telangana Minister for Panchayat Raj and Rural Development and Women and Child Welfare D. Angasuya, popularly known as Sithakka, visited Praja Bhavan and met with the officials and also the family members of the Deputy CM and discussed the matter. The minister instructed the officials to thoroughly check the visitors and to also step up security at Praja Bhavan, an official statement said. A part of Praja Bhavan is used for the Prajavani event, a grievance redressal meeting held. Police in Greater Hyderabad have busted an interstate child selling racket and rescued 11 babies. Medipally police under Rachakonda Police Commissionerate arrested 11 persons including 8 women who had bought the children from 3 accused from Delhi and Pune. Rachakonda Police Commissioner Tarun Joshi told media persons on Tuesday that the accused were selling the children to issueless couples. The rescued children are aged between 1 month and 2.5 months. 9 of them are baby girls while the remaining 2 are baby boys. Police said the accused used to get babies from Kiran and Prithi of Delhi and Kanya of Pune. The trio supplied nearly 50 babies to those arrested. The agents of the accused were selling them to the persons who are in need of babies in Andhra Pradesh and Telangana for a price ranging from 1.80 lakh rupees to 5.50 lakh rupees per baby with the help of mediators. The racket came to light after police launched an investigation following the arrest of Shobha Rani, a quack on 22nd May for selling a child for 4.50 lakh rupees.
Have recovered. One child was 23 days and the second child was about 2 months. Now these another 11 children. The age group is between 2 months to newly born up to 2 years. 2 months to 2 years. No, they may not be orphans because this is entire thing is for the money. Of course, for the end users, they want to get the children because they don't have children because of whatever medical issue. But in the process, all the Irani agents, they are all getting profit out of it. So at the first level, they are procuring as cheap as 50,000 to 1 lakh, and thereafter again further they are selling for 2.5 lakhs, and then by the time it reaches the hands of the parent, the price goes up to 4 to 5 lakh. They are not orphans. All of them have parents. No, we cannot disclose the name of the informer.
Sir, if parents మీద యాక్షన్ ఉంటుందా సార్?
You can do that. You can take. We cannot speak it over on this.
సార్ ఇది ఫస్ట్ టైం ఆఫెన్సా? గతంలో ఏమైనా క్రిమినల్ హిస్టరీ ఉంది సార్ వీళ్ళపై?
Criminal history is there. Out of these people, there are the 3 accused people. That is this Padma మా ఘట్ కేసుల వాళ్ళు ఉన్నారు. ఇంతకు ముందు 2021లో కూడా సిమిలర్ కేస్ చీటింగ్ అండ్ 81 ఆఫ్ జేజే యాక్ట్ లో ఇంతకు ముందు కూడా బుక్ అయింది. సో అట్ దట్ టైమ్ ఆల్సో సిమిలర్ కేస్ వాజ్ దేర్. తర్వాత బయటికి వచ్చా మళ్ళీ ప్రాబబ్లీ మళ్ళీ సేమ్ పని స్టార్ట్ చేశారు.
In a reprieve to YSR Congress Party MLA Pinelli Ramakrishna Reddy, the Andhra Pradesh High Court on Tuesday granted him interim bail in 3 poll-related cases. The court directed the police not to take any action till 5th June. These are 3 new cases booked against him for allegedly perpetrating violence on polling day. The court had last week granted him interim protection from arrest in the case of alleged destruction of an EVM at a polling station in the constituency. Justice Venkat Jyothirmai Pratapa had on Monday also heard arguments on 2 petitions opposing any relief to Ramakrishna Reddy. Ramakrishna Reddy is seeking re-election from Macherla Assembly constituency. In a video that went viral on 21st May, Ramakrishna Reddy was seen walking into a polling booth and smashing the EVM on the ground. Taking a serious note of the incident, the Election Commission had claiming that the Election Commission has been infected with a virus called TDP Chief N. Chandrababu Naidu. YSRCP General Secretary Sajjala Ramakrishna Reddy questioned the impartiality of the poll body. Highlighting the selective leaking of CCTV footage from a polling booth in Macherla, Ramakrishna Reddy said the poll body should explain how the video of MLA Pinelli Ramakrishna Reddy allegedly smashing the EVM was leaked while several incidents showing TDP leaders vandalizing the voting machines did not see the light of day. He said the poll body stopped acting in an impartial manner after the TDP formed a tripartite opposition alliance with BJP and Jana Sena ahead of 13th May elections. It is high time that the poll body started acting like a neutral umpire as it is gearing up for the counting of votes on 4th June. The YSRCP leader asserted that the TDP leaders and cadre resorted violence in Macherla during the last 2 weeks. He wondered if the TDP claimed that EVM was damaged in a certain polling booth, then why it did not demand a repoll in the affected region.
అక్కడ ఆ రోజు ఈవీఎం జరిగిన సంఘటన ఏదైతే ఉందో దాని మీద మీరు పోవడానికి అసలు ఆ వీడియో ఎక్కడి నుంచి వచ్చింది దాని లేదు. అలాంటి వీడియోలు మిగిలినవి ఎందుకు రిలీజ్ చేయాలంటే వాటిని రిలీజ్ చేయదు ఎలక్షన్ కమిషన్. నువ్వు నిష్పక్షపాతంగా వ్యవహరిస్తున్నావు అంటే ఎక్కడెక్కడ ఈవీఎంలు డ్యామేజ్ అయినా ఉన్నాయో అవన్నీ బయట పెట్టాలి. బయట పెడుతూ దానికి ముందు తర్వాత జరిగినవి ప్రెమిసెస్లో ఏం జరిగిందో కూడా బయటకు రావాలి. అది ఎందుకు చేయట్లా? ప్లస్ ఆ వీడియో బయటకు వచ్చింది ఎట్లా వచ్చింది? వీడియో బయటకు వచ్చిందంటే మాకు తెలియదు సంబంధం లేదనడం కాకుండా ఇమ్మీడియట్గా సీరియస్ కేసు పెట్టాలా లేదా? కేవలం ఎన్నికల కమిషన్ ఆధ్వర్యంలో ఉంది కాబట్టి మిమ్మల్ని అడుగుతాం. ప్రభుత్వం ఆధ్వర్యంలో ఉంటే మమ్మల్ని ఎట్లయితే అడిగేవాళ్ళు. ఇప్పుడు ఎన్నికల కమిషన్ ఆధ్వర్యంలో అన్ని వ్యవహారాలు నడుస్తున్నాయి కాబట్టి ఎన్నికల కమిషన్ అడుగుతాం. అడిగాం, సమాధానం లేదు. అదే మాచర్ల కాన్స్టిట్యున్సీలో ఇంకా 5-6 చోట్ల ఈవీఎంలు డ్యామేజ్ అయ్యాయి అన్నారు. మరి అవన్నీ ఎందుకు బయటకు ఫీడ్ రిలీజ్ చేయట్లా?
At least 17 people, including 2 minors, were killed and 6-7 others were missing as a stone quarry collapsed in Mizoram's Aswal district on Tuesday morning amid incessant rain as an impact of cyclone Rimal, officials said. Several other people also went missing in landslides elsewhere in the state capital, which was cut off from the rest of the country. The incident happened around 6 a.m. in an area between Meltham and Lyman on the southern outskirts of Aswal town. He said that heavy rain was affecting rescue operations at the disaster site. The rain triggered landslides at several other places in the state and at least 2 persons have been swept away, Shukla said. Aswal's Deputy Commissioner Najuk Kumar said that the search operations will continue till the entire site is cleared. A 4-year-old boy and a 6-year-old girl are among the victims of the stone quarry collapse, another police officer said. A landslide swept away a building in Aswal's Selam wing, following which 3 persons went missing. Search is underway for them, an official said. The state capital has been cut off from the rest of the country due to a landslide on National Highway 6 at Hunthar, officials said. Besides, several intrastate highways have also been disrupted by landslides, they said. The CM announced 4 lakh rupees ex gratia for the families of those killed in calamities caused by rains, including the calling Prime Minister Narendra Modi anti-people. Senior Congress leader Priyanka Gandhi on Tuesday said he is misleading people in the name of religion to remain in power. Former Prime Minister Indira Gandhi had given her jewelry for the country in time of need and Modi says that the Congress people will steal people, she said and added that such language does not suit the country's Prime Minister. Modi has started considering himself as God and thinks he would get votes in the name of religion but people will not be misled, she said while addressing a public rally in Gagret in Himachal's Una district. Sharpening her attack on the Modi government, the senior Congress leader said the BJP-led centre had no money for the disaster-hit people of Himachal Pradesh but waived off loans worth 16 lakh rupees crore of rich industrialists, the senior Congress leader said. During the worst monsoon disaster in the state last year, people got to see the difference between the Congress and the BJP when every Congress leader and worker was on the ground while the BJP was seen nowhere, she said.
और भाजपा के नेताओं को देखिए, यहाँ इस धरती पर आकर क्या कहते हैं, झूठे वादे करते हैं और आपसे कहते हैं कि दवाई बार बार बदलने से बीमारी नहीं छूटती। कौन बीमार है भाई? बीमार हो? क्या हिमाचल प्रदेश बीमार है? क्या हिमाचल प्रदेश की जनता बीमार है? देखिए किस नजरिए से आपको देखा जा रहा है कि आपको बताया जा रहा है कि बीमार हो, दवाई बदलते मत रहो, वही पुरानी दवाई खाते जाओ। ये बताया जा रहा है आपको, समझ लो, गुमराह किया जा रहा है। आज हिमाचल प्रदेश घाटे में है, 70,000 करोड़ का कर्ज है। प्रदेश के 20 निगम और बोर्ड घाटे में हैं। कर्मचारियों को दिवाली का डीए नहीं मिला। एचआरटीसी के कर्मचारियों को अभी तक इस महीने का वेतन नहीं मिला था। लेकिन घोटाले ही घोटाले हैं। कोरोना के समय पीपीई किट में घोटाले हुए, पुलिस भर्ती में घोटाला हुआ, शिक्षक भर्ती में घोटाला हुआ, खनन के तमाम घोटाले हैं।
The CBI and the Enforcement Directorate on Tuesday opposed in the Delhi High Court the bail pleas of BRS leader K. Kavita in the corruption and money laundering cases linked to the alleged excise policy scam, saying she was highly influential and powerful to influence the witnesses. Countering the submission made on behalf of Kavita that she, being a woman, be released on bail, the probe agencies contended she played a key role in the conspiracy behind the scam and, being an active politician and a member of the Telangana Legislative Council, she cannot seek parity with vulnerable women. After hearing the arguments of the Council for the Enforcement Directorate, CBI, and Kavita, Justice Swarna Kanta Sharma reserved the orders on her bail applications. Her lawyer submitted that out of the 50 accused in the excise matter, she is the lone woman, and urged the court to consider granting her bail as law keeps women on a different thank you for watching Swatantra TV English Bulletin. For a complete and comprehensive English news bulletin, please do watch Swatantra TV. This is Mahima, signing off. Keep watching Swatantra TV.